Purging for Power, a journey to your true self. The process of purging is a profound, often uncomfortable transformation, signaling that you are shedding old versions of yourself to step fully into the life God has prepared for you. This spiritual and emotional cleansing is not a punishment, but a necessary phase of transition, where anything that no longer aligns with your elevated self is removed. It's a journey of release, refinement, and renewal, a preparation for the abundance and success that await on the other side. Think of when Venom, this is probably what it felt like to have if you watched Venom, the symbiote ripped out of you. Except it's like a new symbiote is being installed while the old one is being left behind. And the old one, the old timeline, did not want to be left behind because the old timeline caves in. Like once you're through that mirror, you turn around and it's a door, or not even a door, it's a brick wall. It's no longer there for you, it no longer exists. So everything that was that version of you was trying to keep you in that timeline, because when you're no longer there, it no longer exists. The toxicity, it doesn't exist to your reality. You're in now. The narcissistic karmic family dynamic doesn't exist to the reality you're in now. So everything that no longer can exist in the timeline you've moved into has to be stripped from you and out of you. Purging begins with the recognition that parts of your past, whether memories, behaviors, or unresolved emotions, can no longer accompany you into the new timeline you've entered. These remnants of old cycles, relationships, traumas, or beliefs cling to you, resisting their inevitable departure. Some of these burdens have been repressed for years, pushed aside in moments of survival when dealing with them felt impossible. Now, they resurface, demanding to be acknowledged and released. This process may manifest as tears, irritability, or even physical discomfort, but it is your soul's way of making space for the new. Imagine standing before a mirror, seeing the version of yourself you aspire to become. In this moment, you reach out, and the mirror version reaches back, pulling you into the life you've envisioned. This is not just a metaphor, but a spiritual truth. You are merging with your higher self. However, the transition requires you to leave behind what no longer fits. Old fears, toxic dynamics, and outdated patterns. As you cross this threshold, the timeline you're leaving collapses, taking with it the weight of your past. Purging is rarely comfortable. It's a process of separation, where the parts of you that once served a purpose now resist being left behind. Emotions long buried may rise to the surface, and physical symptoms, like fatigue or digestive upset, may mirror the internal clearing. This is the energy of the old being expelled, making room for the fullness of your new reality. It's a stripping away of what is no longer compatible with your purpose and calling. As you release what no longer aligns, you reclaim your power. The version of you who endured heartbreak, betrayal, or struggle did so to survive. Now you no longer need those survival mechanisms. You are stepping into a timeline where abundance, peace, and success define your existence. The purging process is your soul's way of ensuring that nothing unworthy of your elevated self remains. It is an act of faith to let go, trusting that God's plan for your life is far greater than what you leave behind. With each release, you grow closer to the person you were always destined to become. This process is not just about shedding, but about stepping into alignment with your divine purpose. The vision you once held of success, love, and abundance is no longer a dream. It is your reality. As the old falls away, you integrate the new, becoming the version of yourself that embodies everything you've prayed for and worked toward. You are crossing a spiritual threshold, a portal into a new dimension of your life. What lies behind you no longer exists. It has served its purpose and dissolved. This new timeline is where your dreams take form, and your higher self takes the lead. It's a space of divine alignment where your actions, energy, and intentions harmonize with God's will. The purging process, though challenging, is the final step in this transition, ensuring that you step into this new timeline unburdened and ready. The discomfort of purging is temporary, but the power it unlocks is eternal. As you move through this process, know that every tear shed, every old memory revisited, and every painful release is preparing you for the abundant, joyful life ahead. Trust the process and trust God's plan. You are being refined, strengthened, and positioned for greatness. Let go of what was and embrace what is, your power, your purpose, and your true self.